Male testosterone levels around the world are on a steeper decline today than ever throughout history. If you can understand and extrapolate the effects of this phenomenon, you have to be jolted into taking action and reclaiming this vital masculine hormone. The truth is, everything in the modern world is hell-bent on chipping away at our masculinity and feeding us distractions so we can never again get back on track. The science behind lower testosterone levels shows a disturbing picture of why this is happening. All across the world, an overworked and underpaid large section of the population is struggling to make ends meet. This is spilling off into every area of life, including a lack of sleep, reliance on processed foods, and indulgence in cheap and low IQ pleasures like online adult content. But now all of this is coming home to roost as men become virtually castrated of their masculine essence to be rendered impotent and compliant. But there is certainly a solution on the horizon. The only problem is, desperate times require grueling self-discipline to dig yourself out, and there are sacrifices you need to make to fix low testosterone. So listen on as we explain the science behind going monk mode and how it can help you reinvigorate your body with vital testosterone. A study found that men who sleep less than 6 hours a day have testosterone levels that resemble those of a man at least a decade older than them. So a healthy man in his 40s who doesn't get enough sleep will be carrying significantly less of this crucial hormone, closer to a man in his late 50s than his own age. If you trace the causes of this back to their source, you will realize how work and mindless distractions are slowly creeping up and taking away the time that used to be dedicated to proper sleep and rest. You know this well, staying up late at night to complete that project that's due, or being stuck in a never-ending TikTok scrolling session till it's 3 a.m. You set the alarm for 4 hours and wake up drowsy, dizzy, and foggy. But what you don't know is that inside there's a lot more damage going on in your body from a lack of sleep and repair. Cortisol, which is a stress hormone released in the brain, starts to be released in higher doses when your brain is fired up to full throttle when it barely has had any time to recover from the previous day. Cortisol is a huge detriment to your testosterone levels, almost to the point of them being inversely proportional. It has been reported that men who have higher cortisol levels tend to have diminished testosterone as well as significantly impaired libido function. But now that you see the core of all these troubles, there is a clear fix. Going monk mode means isolating the problem and doing away with all distractions as you solve it. Getting proper sleep means taking note of your own behavior for a week and pointing out what it is that is hogging up your precious time. Put your phone away and get more done during the day to have more time and solitude for the night. Do away with clubs, parties, or late-night shots of caffeine that are impairing your sleep and depleting your testosterone levels. But this is just the beginning. Going monk mode means doing a complete detox of everything you consume in both the media and the diet you put in your body. Way too many men in the modern world are hooked to a sugary and processed fast food diet. The fact is that in the fast-paced world of the 21st century, there is seldom time or mental energy for people to home cook their food or curate the food that they ingest. This has resulted in a culture where bad food is one click away on the delivery app. This fad diet is creating a vicious cycle of consumption by rewiring the brain's dopaminergic response system, while simultaneously letting hormones and chemicals in the bloodstream that disturb the natural balance created by the body. Here too, men need to make a conscious and deliberate intervention in order to monitor and curate what goes into their bodies. This effort is only possible when you unplug from work hustle culture for a while and distance yourself from the endless night outs and parties of drinking and mindless entertainment. It will require a complete rethinking of not just what you do, but also the people you spend time with. Here's an interesting fact that is very little known among modern men. The people you surround yourself with have a direct consequence on the amount of testosterone your body produces. Athletes and people who are in any kind of competing environment are known to have a testosterone level much higher than the average man. This makes perfect sense from an evolutionary perspective, and is the reason why Andrew Tate is so adamant about living with his brother and cousin in a competitive environment. When men put themselves in situations where they have to beat other men and perform at their best, their body goes into overdrive and pumps out more testosterone. This vital masculine hormone then makes them more aggressive, competitive, courageous, and intuitive at the moment. This in turn reflects in the life they lead and the mindset they carry. But perhaps the biggest drain on modern men's life and testosterone levels is a problem exaggerated by the modern rise of the smartphone. Men today are hooked to online adult content, and something that used to be extremely hard to access in the olden days is now available to young teenagers a mere button press away. Constant exposure to adult media leads your body and mind to an artificial sense of accomplishment. Your biological instinct to reproduce is satiated by you depleting your essence, and this leads to lower testosterone levels in your body. You've probably felt this yourself. There is a quaint feeling of satisfaction that envelops men that have a regular habit of release, leading them to give up on improving themselves and chatting up women in real life. They become artificially complacent and satisfied by a lifestyle of fake lustful gratification. Going monk mode and completely cutting off this pathetic distraction from your life is sure to give you the edge you need in the modern world. In fact, many of the powers that men on long retention streaks report are the direct result of getting back to a healthy level of testosterone and actually feeling the drive and confidence to attack life and court beautiful women with an effortless charm. But all of this requires you to filter what you feed your mind and carefully curate every single behavior. Actions you take are often the start of a long rabbit hole that becomes hard to escape from. The only way now is to understand this dynamic and embark on the monk mode discipline. But doing this is no walk in the park. You live in a world that is constantly tugging at you, whether it be a dead-end job, a fledgling relationship, the struggle of making ends meet, or simply the desires that crop up from time to time. Fighting all these demons at the same time is not easy, and will require you to take stock of everything about your life in order to make a course correction. That is the journey that this channel wants to accompany you on. The content we put out is created to be your guiding hand in an increasingly confusing world for modern men. We want to show millions of men like you the path to masculine excellence, and we need you in on this fight. So like the video and hit the subscribe button to never miss another important update. There are new videos dropping here very soon that will open your eyes to the reality of the modern male predicament and arm you with the tools to fight it. Stay strong and stay humble.